Najashi, a Swedish journalist who wrote an article claiming Israel has been harvesting the organs of Palestinians, says he's only helping to voice concerns. Donald Bostrom's work has sparked a diplomatic spat between Sweden and Israel. Paulus Lear meets a family who thinks their child was a victim.
For years, this family kept their horror a secret. But this week, they made headlines with claims that shocked the world. In 1992, Shahid Bilal was a 19-year-old Palestinian teenager. And like many his age, he spent his days throwing stones at soldiers. The last time he was seen alive, he was being carried into an Israeli army helicopter. He was returned to his family a few hours later in a coffin.
There is a photo showing a bullet hole going right through his heart. There were plastic bags full of blood in the helicopter for some unknown reason, as well as bandages and other medical supplies. He was taken away to Israel, and an hour later, the local authorities were asked to find cement and dig a grave.
Shahid's family says the Israelis wanted him buried without any witnesses or publicity. But 17 years later, Swedish journalist Donald Bostrom put an end to that. In a front-page article in a Swedish newspaper, he claims young Palestinians disappeared, only to be returned by Israeli soldiers days later, with their bodies ripped open.
No one, not even the Palestinian families, told me that the army took the organs from the sons. But what they did say, it was like they killed my son, they took him away, they brought him back with the autopsy against our will, and we believe the organs is missing.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called on the Swedish government to condemn the article, which it has so far refused to do. The Swedish Foreign Ministry says it supports freedom of press, but acknowledges hate crimes such as incitement to anti-Semitism are against the law. But Israelis are angry. In the last 2 days, more than 10,000 have signed an online petition calling for the boycott of Swedish-owned companies like IKEA. Israelis say this is nothing more than anti-Semitism under the cover of freedom of speech. Israeli lawyer Guy Ophir has filed a $7.5 million lawsuit against Bostrom and the paper. He says the allegations are anti-Semitic and nothing short of a racist blood libel against Jews and Israeli soldiers.
It's complete slander, it's without any proof, and it's medically impossible what they are implying in that article. Just think about it. It's impossible to shoot somebody and transfer him 200 kilometers and then take his organs out and send it 7,000 kilometers to another country. It's not only slander because it's more of that. It's intentional slander, and it's slander against a complete nation, and it's a slander that affects every one of us, including me.
Russell Harris has taken the fight to cyberspace. He accuses the journalist not only of anti-Semitism, but of plagiarism.
The article that was published in Sweden is identical to the article published on the blogs in South Africa. Everything, almost word for word. Everything, all the supposed facts, which are not really facts, they're created by this anti-Semitic blog in South Africa, have been basically reprinted in Swedish, in Sweden, by this journalist.
For Shahid's family, the debate is not a moment too soon. For nearly 2 decades, they've been looking for answers, which they hope might now finally come to light. Paulus Lear, RT, Jerusalem.